What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Lux. Okay, this video is going to be a very sensitive topic, so I really didn't want to put on the triangles and my little clown gig and pop the fan and you won't believe the drama, because honestly I just don't feel like this is drama. It's a very triggering subject to a lot of people, and for those of you who are not caught up with what I'm about to talk about, JESSIESMILES put out a video where she was basically calling out her ex-best friend Gabbie Hanna. Now Gabbie Hanna and JESSIESMILES used to be best friends. They had a huge falling out, and I can't even go into words about what it was. It was just an R word, it was just very interesting. I can't say it because I don't want to get on YouTube or anything like that, but if you guys want to watch it, put the links down below, and most of you should already know what I'm talking about, but you can always leave it in the comments down below if anyone is lost, and we can help each other there. But it is a very unfortunate situation that happened, and I don't think it's drama. I do think that it's important to have a conversation about it, but it is kind of difficult to have that conversation with just being with it being YouTube and stuff like that. With that being said, I'm just gonna get ready and just put on some makeup and do a kickback chit chat video and stuff like that. Okay, so before I get into that, I want to say that I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills setting powder. That's what you see here, and I honestly love the setting powder. I just let it bake and let it really soak into the oils of my skin, and just really melts like butter into the skin. I really do love this product, and if you're not this particular shade, it might not work for you. They have so many other different colors. I've used a lot of makeup in my life, and this setting is amazing, and I also love that they have a miniature version of this so you can travel with as well. But again, they have so many different shades for you to choose from. This one just works best for me. With the Gabbie Hanna situation, she just tend to make it all about herself, and that's what I just didn't like. It's kind of this is a situation where it's almost hard to even describe, but they should have just kept it amongst each other, but not necessarily JESSIESMILES. And Gabbie Hanna owes Jessi an apology video. It really needs to stop with the antics of just releasing these videos of I don't know. It's almost like she's making this documentary of every single incident she's ever had. It just doesn't come across as something that's it's not doing her no favors. It's just really not. Okay, if you're talking about legacy and your name and your brand, it's not doing her any favors at all. So I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place brand new bronzers that they came out with, and I'm going to use the Kiss Me Now brush. These brushes are so beautiful. I like how a little diamond tip at the end of it. I really do like that. So I just like to get a little bit of it. I kind of just mix these two. I don't know why I do that. And I just kind of sculpt just to contour the nose a little bit outside here, and then I just kind of blend it all together. But I have noticing that I've been doing my makeup differently and stuff like that. So it's almost the subtle details that I've just been paying more attention to. And then this is the OMFG makeup brush 26, and what people mess up when they put on their makeup is they put a whole bunch of highlight or try to brighten up the nose to make it look smaller and longer. But when they go here, I think that's a misstep. You shouldn't do that. I did it because it's just easier to just go, but honestly, if you just cut it there, and then you can get a bronzer or something, and you can just do the tip of the nose, just a little bit of contour at the tip, and also a little bit of contour on the little nasal passages, if that makes sense, the outer nasal passages. That's really gonna make your nose look just more snatched and smaller if you wanted to have a smaller looking nose, because I feel for some reason having a snatched little bitty itty nose is aesthetically pleasing according to American culture or something, but whatever. But yeah, just if you do that, it just looks more smaller if that's the goal you want it to do. But that's just a tip I had picked up along the way. Who am I, girl? But back to the Gabbie Hanna situation, it's doing her no favors. She's literally destroying every single business relationship publicly that she's had on YouTube for not even 1 million views. She's doing all this stuff for what? For what, 50,000 views, 100,000 views? Really, it's not worth it, is what I'm trying to say, right? And literally watching Jessi's video, I couldn't help but to feel Jessi really just needs to call the police and put a restraining order on Gabbie Hanna, right? Literally, because it's I feel so bad. And I'm the type of person that if I feel any type of way I'm running for the hills, leave me alone. And here you go. And you know what's so sad about it is that Jessi, and this is like all public information, it's like Jessi, she had what they call like a rainbow baby, and she's welcoming one pretty soon and stuff like that. And so like, you know, it's supposed to be about that, you know, this precious moment. You don't need anything, you know, when you're a woman and you're pregnant or after you give birth, something, like you don't want to have any stress on your life. You know, you just want to be peaceful and calm and no distractions. And it's like, this is like the worst time to be doing that. And even if Gabbie Hanna had like a point to prove, you would think that she would have waited until she's had her baby or settled in with her baby to then maybe talk about it in the way that she's doing it. But like, to do it the way that she's doing it, I think is very like selfish. It's almost like she doesn't care, like a characteristic of being a narcissist. I know some people get upset when people say that, but it's just like, it's a characteristic. I'm just like, you couldn't wait, like the timing of this right now, really. The fact that Jessi even responded to me, it just like mind blows me, really. When it comes to brushes, I've been bouncing between these two, which is the Kiss Me Now Cosmetics brushes. I love these. They have like this matte feel. It just looks very luxe. I love these brushes. And the OMFG brushes, I have a brand new one here. Like, I'm very like sterile about my brushes. I don't know what it is. I get like, I use so much makeup and I wash them that I don't feel like they ever like last as long as they should, because I really like put them through the ringer. So I'm always getting like new brushes or whatever. So I'm just gonna like start like moving this around. You're gonna like see like the difference in what it does. Watch. So when I do that, there you go. Okay, I'm just gonna like lift it up. You see how it leaves like that filter of like a sheen of just brightness or something? Like, that's really what I like. Like, especially like if you do it early in the morning before you like head out for the day, you automatically are gonna look more awake than you normally would just by that alone. It just kind of like, oh my God, I love that look so much. I don't know. It's almost like when I look at like a morning newscaster and stuff like that, like I kind of like see, because I mean, you can use concealer to brighten it up, you know, but like if you use the like translucent setting powder, like not only does it like blend in more, but it honestly just kind of like, this makes it look better. I don't know, something about translucent, and I never used to wear translucent powder, guys. Like, I really never used to do that. I just thought it was a step that I would always used to like kind of avoid, you know. But now that I've been using it, I'm like, oh, okay. It really does set your makeup, I mean, setting powder, hello. But it also does really just let it last like so much longer than what it normally does. Especially here, because it's so humid and stuff like that. Like, I really do like that a lot. And then I'm going to go in with, I know, the Kylie Cosmetics concealer. I'm glad Kylie Cosmetics is coming back with like new makeup and stuff. So this was like $5 on like Ulta. So I was like, $5 for Kylie? Okay, I think that's worth it enough. For all the people who are like, I don't think Kylie Cosmetics is worth it. I mean, $5, I mean, hello. And honestly, I do want to say, like, why do people keep enabling this situation with Gabbie Hanna? Like, literally, I was watching Beauty by Shelby's video on the situation. She was like one of the first to break the news on YouTube, and like, I agree with her when she said, stop watching Gabbie Hanna. Like, stop. Like, if you don't want her to continue the madness or whatever, like, people just need to like stop watching her. You know, like, stop feeding it attention. And it goes back to why people like drama channels and commentary. Like, they love watching that type of like, it's like a car wreck. Like, you stop and you look at it, you can't help but to stop. But I always said you had to like rewire the brain to not want to like click and focus on that. But it has to be like a collective thing. And I swear, no matter how many expensive brushes I own, I always go back to using my finger. Why? Because my finger is warm, and I can kind of create like that warmth, and it just warms up the makeup and like sets in. I'm telling you, like, do you remember back in the day when people used to get foundation and just like put it on with their finger? I remember that. I remember people used to put on makeup with their whole freaking face, almost with the freaking finger. Except that little tool that came with the little eyeshadow, a little bitty stick one. You know what I'm talking about? Like, wow. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Like, stop giving this person attention if you don't want them to have that type of attention. And then like in Jessi's video, I mean, talk about receipts. Girl, she done threw every receipt ever known to man the house in that video. And it's kind of, it's like, where does Gabbie Hanna go from here? After being so, just, you know what, like, I'll say this, like, it'll be one thing if Jessi was coming after Gabbie Hanna continuously, and Gabbie Hanna never responded or something like that. This wasn't it. This was the person who shouldn't have responded, was the one, or was talking about it, was the one who kept talking about it, which then made the other person clap back and be like, look, enough is enough. Like, this is what really happened, and these are the receipts, and what are you talking about? And I don't think, you know, because, you know, people on Twitter, and the way the internet is, people are going to say, like, oh, well, you know, this is just all drumming it up for drama and views. Like, I really don't think so. I really don't think so at all. This has gone way too far for it to be that, you know. I'm going in with Gerard Cosmetics Spring Fling, but I'm just gonna go in like just a little bit, like not too much. Like, there you go. I hope that, like, okay, a little bit. I think we're in some desperate need of some bronzer here. And so I'm going to go in with, which one's the lighter one for me? I don't know. I would say this one. Watch that be the darker one, girl. But anyway, I just feel like I just look so, like, pale in the house. It's summertime, and I really don't leave the house that much during the summertime because it's so, like, scorching hot outside. So I just, like, really try not to leave. But then I noticed that, like, since I don't leave during the summertime, I look like Morticia Addams, like, just super pale white, which I love that look so much. I mean, it's giving me the whole, like, Wednesday Adam vibes. Like, I love that, but God forbid, I mean, I'm wearing Dior for God's sake, so of course I have to leave the house and be seen, you know. I'm not gonna just, well, it's very much me to just wear Dior all day in the house, like, you know. Oh my God, like, I love that, you know. Who would know? You know, she wears couture all day long, but she won't ever leave the house and no one ever knows. But anyways, I digress. This is what we talk. This is why people don't like me, because I just go off on a tangent. But yeah, I don't like how this one came out. I think I put way too much makeup on this one. I gotta blend that out and, like, really fix that. But I just wanted to, like, set my makeup in here, like a fresh look. Maybe I'll put a little more lipstick on, but I digress, girl. I mean, sometimes when I do my makeup, it comes out amazing. And I'm like, okay, my makeup looks good. Then I keep going and I just mess it up. When you're doing your makeup and your makeup looks good, stop. Okay, like, very much that. Don't keep going and just mess up like me. But anyways, I just want to say, like, I just feel like, I feel bad for Jessi having to make that video and having to go through all that. A lot of people are going to love and support her. I saw Kathleen Lights in support saying, like, I love you and stuff like that. I don't know if that comment's still there or not on her video, and countless other popular YouTubers were, like, on the side of Jessi. And I just kind of felt like, wow. I do want to reiterate, where does Gabbie Hanna go from here? Like, I just kind of feel like when it comes to your career, is it literally ruined now? You know, or like, is it one of those situations where, like, all this drama makes Gabbie Hanna even more popular and even, like, more successful? And because, you know, sometimes, like, we live in that culture where, like, that happens. Like, somebody can create so much drama around them, it just kind of, like, makes them, like, super popular or whatever. And I'm going in with the Kristen Dior Cushion Foundation. This is, like, the limited edition Asia exclusive. And it comes with, like, a little Kristen Dior thing, and you're supposed to, like, pat it, but I do not like that. I like getting a brush. I'm using the OMFG brush, and I literally just like painting it on. It's almost like when you get lipstick, I like to sometimes just get the brush and get the lipstick and then paint it on myself instead of getting, I just like to do that sometimes. It's an extra step. It's like more fancy or whatever. You know, I just like doing that. Whatever, you know, stew me. But yeah, I just feel bad. Like, she didn't have to respond to that. God, you know, and like I said, I don't think she was up there saying like, oh, well, I'm going to get views to house, let me respond, or I kind of see how this is like shooting a duck in the barrel. Everyone's going to be on my side and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. No, I think it could have went, you know, totally south for Jessi for responding. She didn't even need to respond. Honestly, she didn't need to at all. But it's just unfortunate that this happened, you know. I don't know. This is one of those situations that I really don't know how this could have been better. Or how, like, you know, because a lot of people ask me, like, the PR advice and stuff. Because I give really good PR advice, in my opinion. But, like, I just kind of feel like, in this situation, I just would have been like, Jessi, you're above this. You have so much good coming your way. You have so much people who love and support you. Don't listen to the noise, you know, rise above it, you know, and get a restraining order above it too. But, I mean, if we look at, like, audience participation on what's going on, so many people are rallying behind Jessi in this situation. So it is benefiting Jessi in a positive way. Just unfortunate that this is the situation, right? I mean, I wish that... I just don't... This is what bothers me the most, right? So, like, let's say, like, a year or 2 years from now, there are going to be a group of people on the internet who are going to know Jessi because of the Gabbie Hanna drama, instead of knowing Jessi for her true talents, charisma, and uniqueness, or whatever she brings to the table, you know? Like, it's like a beauty mark that's left on her resume or career on YouTube, you know? Like, when people type in Jessi, they're going to see Jessi, Gabbie Hanna, Jessi drama. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just pops up on YouTube. So then what do you do in that situation, you know? And then most importantly, what does... Again, I keep saying this because I'm interested to know, and this is why people watch, because this is the train wreck that is Gabbie Hanna. What is going to happen to Gabbie Hanna? What happens to Gabbie Hanna now in her career? Is this it? Is this has she peaked? You know, she kept talking about like she's a washed up YouTuber, so like she's outing all these people, exposing all these people, but it's coming back to bite her in the face or whatever, hit her back in the face. I really am concerned. And let it be known, you know, if people want to screen record, I really am concerned for Gabbie Hanna, because what she's doing is characteristics of someone who's about to do something crazy. Whether it be drop a music video, whether it be shut down her channel, whether it be something else, I don't even want to talk about it. It's just something interesting. It's like my brother came over the other day, and I was like giving away all this stuff, right? And he was like, why are you giving away all this stuff? Are you trying to do something? And I was like, no, I'm giving away all this stuff because it's either going to go in the trash or go in storage. And I don't want to put it in storage, so it's just better if you just take it. Anyways, I don't know if that even made sense, but it was kind of like, I feel like Gabbie Hanna, why is she exposing everyone she ever came in contact with? I'm glad I never met Gabbie Hanna, because she'd sit there and probably say something about me and spin that. Or spin her own, like, reality of the situation about, like, what happened in that situation. And then I gotta sit up here and be like, that's not how it went down. And then, God forbid, people believe me, I'm the smaller channel, they're gonna believe Gabbie Hanna. You know? And then Gabbie Hanna has diehard fans. She don't got that many, but she has diehard fans who still watch her. I look in the comments and I'm just like, really? She still has some diehards in there? And I always said that, like, no matter what, no matter, like, she can be the most disliked YouTuber in the world, she's still gonna have diehard fans. She's just misunderstood. Heard it all before, girl. I don't know. I'm gonna sit back and watch too. You know, everyone says don't watch, but it's kind of like at this point, might as well watch and just see the dumpster fire that is Gabbie Hanna. Like, what's gonna happen? If she comes out with a music video, you know it's gonna get dislikes the house. I don't know. This could swing. I know, I've been in this business for such a long time. She's generating all this attention. I don't know why, for not even getting that many views. There has to be some, like, I don't know, just something's gonna happen. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's either gonna be extremely well, extremely bad, or just mediocre. And when it's all done, are people even gonna care? If it's all done, are people going to remember Gabbie Hanna for her great videos and her funny jokes and her great music? Or are they going to remember her for being a drama queen and just throwing everybody under the bus and just how everyone's horrible? You know? For what? For a couple views? You know what I'm saying? What's the legacy that you want to leave behind? You know, you have to ask yourself that too. Like, one of the legacies I would like to leave behind is that I make people laugh. I have quirky little jokes or whatever. I tend to poke fun. I bring people great energy, and they're having a bad day, they come here and smile, and they just see, you know, like, very much that. Like, when that transcends the universe, you know? Because people may not remember this or that or what I had on, but they'll remember how I made them feel. And if the majority, because you can't please everybody, if the majority of the people is, oh, you know what? He made me laugh. He made me smile. Then you know what? That right there is gold. 100%. And that's something so simple for some people. And I know there's going to be the people in the comments, you can't make this about yourself. No, I'm not trying to make this about myself. I'm just giving an example, okay? And like I said, there's a difference between instigation and information. And a lot of the times what Gabbie Hanna is doing, she's not giving information, she's instigating. And I do believe that Gabbie Hanna will drop a video response to Jessi. I really do think that, because she's just not gonna, she's so much of a narcissist, she's not just gonna sit back and just let it go. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. All I'm trying to say, you know, I had sponsors lined up for this video. I just don't feel like it's an appropriate time to do this video sponsored by for this such a sensitive topic. So I'm just gonna leave that out. You know, I'm sorry about all that. Jessi's video left a lot of people very angry and upset and frustrated at Gabbie Hanna. And we'll be back to our regular scheduled broadcast later on today after I cool down. With Gabbie Hanna stuff's a mess, girl. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.